Howdy all, I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd, and as I always say when I start this particular type of video, I love real Star Wars. First generation Star Wars fan, EU guy, I will carry this banner, the banner of real Star Wars, into war every single day for the rest of my life, because I want to make sure that you, myself, and future generations know what real Star Wars is, not the Disney dreck. And that's what we're here to talk about today, the state of Disney Star Wars. It is not thriving. It is not 10 out of 10 best Star Wars ever. This is peak Star Wars. You'll never get a better shot than this. Not that crap that the stands in the shill media would have you believe. The reality is Disney Star Wars has been and will be continually rejected by real fans and by normies, because guess what? Nobody's watching, nobody's buying, nobody's interested. And the things that do have limited success, they're based upon ideas generated from real Star Wars, real George Lucas, and most of the time they're flashes in the pan and forgotten about a while later. They do not have the enduring legacy that real Star Wars had. But let's go over everything. 10 years ago, well, a little over 10 years ago now, George sold his baby to white slavers at Disney. Kathleen Kennedy took over, made the Force female, and what have we gotten? We got the sequel trilogy after they threw out the expanded universe, claiming they needed room to breathe. They needed to be unencumbered by the convoluted expanded universe timeline. No, this timeline right here, it is not convoluted. It makes all the sense in the world, nicely ordered. Choose where you want to go and have real fun and enjoy true Star Wars heroes and characters going on adventures. But I digress. Disney Star Wars took over. The Force Awakens. I was never snowed. I knew it was a farce. I saw it for the hack job it was right away, because Jar Jar Abrams, he is a hack. Doesn't have a creative bone in his body. He is a copy artist. He picks it up, copies, claims it as his own, and never finishes what he starts. And then Rian Johnson did what I thought would never happen. It brought everybody to my side of the argument. I, for years, feared that Disney Star Wars would be held up as a proper continuation of George's legacy and people wouldn't figure it out. But guess what? Last Jedi did the job. It made everybody figure it out. It led to Rise of Soy Walker, which destroyed Star Wars as a movie brand. Here we are now, 2023, almost 2024, and what is Star Wars? A lame television property that only gets noticed when they bring in cameos of George Lucas characters, beloved George Lucas characters, but we'll get back to that. So let's see. The movies are done. They don't make money. They've probably never really made money, as a lot of information is coming out about that these days. Never been profitable. Merch, rotting on shelves. Nobody wants or buys Disney Star Wars dreck. Constantly discounted. Nobody wants it. They'll buy up original trilogy and prequel trilogy stuff like that. But you know what? Nobody wants Rose Tico. Nobody wants Rey. Nobody wants Reva. And people definitely don't care about Ahsoka. Ahsoka is a niche character who has been pushed forward as the savior, the center of the universe, by Dave Filoni, who is a hack. Dave Filoni, who only wants his Star Wars to be the focus, not George's Filoni-verse Star Wars, which is essentially Disney Star Wars. Don't let people like Star Wars Theory tell you that they're two different things. No, they are one in the same. Dave Filoni and Disney Star Wars are like this. There is no separation. It's all the same water in the cup. You cannot separate it once it's been combined. Dave Filoni doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't understand the Force, doesn't understand lore, doesn't understand that his character isn't that important. Ahsoka right now, the big thing, is only successful at the moment because they brought in Hayden Christensen to be Anakin once more. That's right. People got interested when they see somebody they care about. The character Anakin Skywalker and Hayden Christensen, who 20 years later, has become beloved. You know why? Because he's respectful to the fans and respectful to the lore. In my review yesterday, if you haven't checked it out, go watch it. I stated that Hayden was the only positive thing in that episode. See, I can be objective when I want to be because I understand you gotta call out the good along with the bad. Most of the time it's bad, but here it was good. Hayden made it work. He still showed respect for the character of Anakin. He still showed that he's got the moves. And you know what? I'm not as harsh as I was 20 years ago on Hayden. I'm okay. I wish he'd been like this 20 years ago, but he's older now, more experienced. What are you going to do? Can't go back in time. He was fresh out of the gate then. Either way, Hayden was all right. The rest of it was garbage, ignored. Because you know why? It wasn't that interesting. Hayden, Anakin, was brought in to fluff and nostalgia bait the hell out of you with a platter of multiple member berries to gloss over, to obfuscate the fact that the plot is this thick. It's not. It's shallow, it's soulless, it's empty. But if you see things you remember and love, you're not going to think that hard, and that's what the stands do. They don't think very hard. But real fans, they're having the reaction you expect. They don't want this. It's rejected. They understand they're trying to fool you. And if you have been fooled, stop lying to yourself, realize how bad it is, and remember what real Star Wars looks like. Either way, TV properties are failing all over the place on Star Wars. Nobody is watching it on Disney Plus, so they try to roll it out in movie theaters and pretend it's a big deal. If it's such a big deal, how come nobody's buying your service? Huh, Disney? Nobody wants Disney Plus. Nobody watches Disney Plus. We see it with the numbers. It's kind of across the board on all their Disney Plus shows. Nobody watches it. Nobody cares about it. You know why? Because it's not real Star Wars. It's not dealing with actual Star Wars characters people know and care about. But there you go. Movies are trash. TV is trash. Nobody's watching. Merch is on the shelves rotting. What else we got? Oh, their theme park, Galaxy's Edge, empty. Nobody goes to it. Massive disaster. You know why? No real Star Wars characters there. Oh, Galactic Star Cruiser. Nobody cared. But what about the High Republic, Adam? Everybody loves that. No, nobody loves that because nobody's buying it. They make less and less books on it every year because no one's interested in a manufactured time period wedged in there between the Old Republic and the beginning of the First Galactic Empire, the prequel trilogy, the original trilogy. Nobody cares about rock navigators, Jedi bake-offs, and non-binary Jedi. Nobody cares. Video games? Yes, there have been success with the video games. The Jedi Fallen Order Survivor Series, people like them, but you know what? Kind of flashes in the pan. People get excited when they come out, but then quickly fade away. They do not have the enduring legacy of Knights of the Old Republic and older Star Wars games, which people still relish to this day. And what do they got coming down the pipe? The hopefully aborted Knights of the Old Republic remake. The Eclipse game, which has been in the void for 2 years now. And Han Solo wannabe girl in her own game that's going to heavily rely on nostalgia and member berries to even get people interested. Oh, look, you can be in Jabba's court. That's Disney Star Wars, guys. They have now tried to repurpose the Lando TV show into another TV show and now into a movie. That's right. The latest news is that Dong Glover, I don't like him very much. Dong Glover is going to now make his Lando project into a movie. So that's right. We're getting pansexual Lando who bangs droids in his own movie. He ain't Billy D. Billy D's my Lando. Smooth, Colt 45, yeah. Billy D's my Lando. I don't care about this. There is no Feminazi 1000 in my Millennium Falcon. Only the 3 droid brains. I'm not interested in this. Nobody's interested in this. If Solo lost money, Lando sure as hell is going to lose money. In the end, what does Disney Star Wars have to show? Nothing but one failure after another, all because they started with the Force is female. Thanks, Disney. I'm going to stick with real Star Wars. Now, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. If you are new here, I invite you to check out, subscribe to this channel. I hope to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic do not care about whiny Stan, SJW, and fake fan fifis. Hit the notification button, show my videos you like on preaching, and by all means, leave a comment. I want to hear from real passionate fans like you about how much you love Star Wars, how much you hate Disney Star Wars, because I care what you say. I care what you think about. I do not care what the Stans, fake fans, and SJWs have to say, because 2 at 1, they're all cowards behind keyboard. And if I am so wrong, why do they cry so hard? Why are they so triggered when I tell them the truth? I love it. Makes my day. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to reach out to me, please email me at theranernerd@gmail.com for all channel business purposes. I am on Twitter now, mostly for promotion and sharing of videos, maybe a little shit stirring here and there, who knows, @TheRenNerd. You can also find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can see me on Rumble and Odyssey under the Renaissance Nerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.